Hello there. Good afternoon. Muy buenas tardes. So here we are today again, Mr. Moran, Mr. Moran TV. And here we have another opportunity trying to have a conversation with Jacquie, Superintendent for the City of Livingston Recreation Department. Hello, Jacquie. Hi, how are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing great, thanks.
All right, that's great. Well, first of all, thank you so much for making the time to be here today, and just to be able to have this conversation, this chat with members of the community, and also to inform them what is everything that you do within your department. Well, first of all, thank you, welcome, and the floor is all yours.
Awesome. We are the Department of Fun and Games. So if it's fun and you like to play games, this is the place to come. We do youth sports. Of course, I'm just going to go down the list for especially the new folks that may not know all the things that we do. But we do youth baseball and girls softball. We start them at 3 years old. So if you have a toddler that you're looking to get, familiarized with any of, baseball, basketball, soccer, we have those programs for you. Most of our programs go through 14 years of age. Once they get out of 8th grade and into the high school, there's opportunities for them at the high school. So those are pretty much our youth sports programs that we have: baseball, softball, basketball, and soccer. And we do have adult co-ed softball that's offered 3 times a year, spring, summer, and fall. Unfortunately, with this COVID issues that we've been having, a lot of our sports are on hold, but we're very eager to get back in the game. So that is our youth sports programs. Of course, outdoors, we have opportunities for people to go out to Max Foster. We have lighted basketball courts out there, which are not available right now because of COVID. But normally the lights go on at dark and stay on until 10 o'clock at night. So, if you like to play basketball with your family or you have a group of friends that you want to play, that's the place to go. The restrooms are open, lots of good parking, and a safe environment.
Yes.
We also have classes. They're called contract classes, and we are always looking for instructors. So if there are folks out there that have a talent, whether it's maybe teaching dance or art or a language or some special talent that you have, and we actually had couponing one time, and it could be an ongoing class that you want to just keep going, or it could be a one-time class. We have those options for any instructors if they're interested. But the classes that we have running currently during non-COVID times would be karate. We have ballet. We have had cheer. We've had Bhangra dance, folkloric dance. We've had youth cheerleading. So we've had a lot of different opportunities for the kids in the community. And all the registration for these programs are done through City Hall. One of the things that we have, or several of the things that we have that are a lot of fun for the community, is our special events. We have so many special events. If people say there's nothing to do in Livingston, they really haven't been involved in our department, because we have lots going on year round. From Easter egg hunt, we're bringing back the Splash of Color Run this year, 2021. We have a wonderful music concert series in our park that usually begins in May and will run through June. We have our summer movies in the park. We've had different contests for the kids to do. Our, of course, amazing Sweet Potato Festival. We have a beer tasting event at our Sweet Potato Festival that's a lot of fun for the community. Our Fall Street Fair. Next year, when we're hopefully back to normal, we'll have a pumpkin decorating contest with our Fall Street Fair. Of course, our crazy night out of Trunk or Treat. It is wall-to-wall people all down Main Street. It's a lot of fun. So you can either bring the kids to trick or treat, or you can bring your trunk to give out treats. Next year, we hope to have a holiday night out for the kids. Give the kids a break from all your shopping. Bring them to us. Let us do some fun and games and crafts with them while you do your Christmas shopping. This year, of course, we will have our annual Court of Trees, which is across the street from City Hall. And how this works is we provide the Christmas tree and you provide the decorations. And then you have your LED lights on them, and we provide the power for them to run from the first weekend of December all the way through Christmas Day. So it's a lot of fun, a great tradition to start with your family, and a great memory with your kids that you can say, oh, remember when we did the Court of Trees and we got to set it up and we got to see the neighbors out decorating and had hot cocoa, and just a lot of fun memories. And if you have a young family, what a great way to start your holiday traditions. And then this year we're doing our lighted Christmas parade. We won't have the gift fair portion of it, but it will, instead of going downtown where if you've been to the parade, it's just craziness of lots and lots of people. So to be COVID friendly, we are going to start over by the middle school, and we will go through the neighborhoods. And I actually have, if you can see this, you should have gotten something in your water bill. It is online at cityoflivingston.com. And we need entries. This is going to be a fabulous parade. I got word that hopefully the high school band is going to be in it this year. And we will do all of our social distancing so it's safe, but it could come past your house. So what better way, bring your lawn chairs to your driveway and watch. We're bringing the parade to you. So the route is listed on the website so that you can check it out. It is 3.8 miles. So we probably don't want a lot of foot entries unless you're in really good shape and like to walk. But otherwise, most of our entries, all of our entries are on a vehicle. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be a lot of fun, and also a great memory marker. So. And with that, those are pretty much the activities. The recreation department is responsible for all the park rentals. So if you have questions about wanting to rent our party room, which is over at Walnut, or one of our covered patios for a picnic or family gathering or something, our department is the department you would contact. As you can see across the bottom of the screen, we have the office phone number, and we also have our email address. So if you're interested in either getting a tree for the Court of Trees, or you're interested in being in the lighted Christmas parade, give us a shout out through our email, or if you want to call, and we can sure send you the registration forms for both of those activities.
Great. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I actually, I seen all of the programs that you guys normally have. I know that in previous times you had a group of kids going to, like, not camping, but I guess like to Yosemite. Was that through you guys, or visiting the parks?
It was through our summer day camp program.
Okay, that's what it was.
They actually became junior rangers, and then we did our final finale for the themed week, and we went up and the rangers met us, and they actually got sworn in as junior rangers. It was really a lot of fun.
Great. And can you tell us a little bit more about the Christmas parade? How long has that been going on prior to this year?
This will be our 18th annual Christmas parade. So
Wow.
We're pretty excited. This year, our grand marshals will be Howard and Jeanette Gentry, and we're hoping that they're going to grab some of their kids and grandkids and be on the float with them.
And is this the first time that it has been different? Because before it used to be just primarily through Main Street, and that was it, right?
Right. It would just start at Memorial Park and then come down to D Street, and we would turn down D Street, and that's where then people would come down into the between D and Main, and we had a gift fair and hot cocoa and food and that kind of thing. But with COVID, we won't be able to have that. But if people, they can still have their hot cocoa out on their driveway. And because the route is so long, people that normally come downtown can still spread out along the route and enjoy the parade.
And another question that I've seen before, and I wanted to ask, and I have on my list here, what are the requirements to participate as with the float at the Christmas parade? Are there any specific requirements? Obviously, it would be recommended to be in a car decorated with Christmas lights, or even just Santa riding or driving the car. Are there any specific boundaries? Yes, no.
Well, we just ask that you put lights on we're even going to have horses this year, and they'll be lit up and ready to go. But we've had, like, some of the farmers will bring out big trailers, and then groups of kids will be on hay bales for seating, and it's all lit up, or they'll have lights or battery lights. Even the band puts lights on their uniform. It's really wonderful to see how the kids get into it. There is no fee. Some people or some towns charge a fee to be in their parade, but we don't. You just need to pre-register so that we know how many are going to be there. And then we also need you to pre-register so that we can give you a number, because we actually judge our parade, and people that are in it could win a Santa trophy.
Wow, nice. Is this strictly only for Livingston residents, or can you have people from other nearby towns come and participate?
We have people in our outlying towns, Delhi, Balico, Winton, that come. Hillmar, I think we even had some folks from Hillmar. And because we're doing it on an off night, which normally it's been the first weekend of the month, but everybody started doing their parades, and they thought, well, let's go to the second weekend. And that way maybe we'll draw some folks from the other towns that have already put all this effort into building their float or decorating their car, and they would be interested in participating in ours also.
Okay. And what is the date of this parade?
The parade is December 11th, Friday night. And we line up at 6 o'clock, and the actual parade starts at 6:30.
Okay. And by when? What is the latest by when you can have those entries?
Well, we're asking for folks to give us the entries by, I want to say, the 4th. But if you don't want to be judged, it's up to the last second. We'll just put you in on the end. Behind Santa, unfortunately. So we've got it online now, so you don't even have to come in here. You just register online, and then we'll get back to you with a number before the day of the parade so that you know about where your lineup is going to be.
Great. Well, okay. The Court of Trees, for how long has that been going on, and what is different this year?
So this is about our 8th year with the Court of Trees. It is a lighted Christmas tree forest. We wanted something to bring people downtown. And it's been another, like I said, great holiday tradition for families. What's different is that this year we got a great bunch of people that are helping us, and that's the Livingston Lions Club. They're helping us get more families involved with the trees. And we're shooting to have 60 or 70 trees this year. In the past, we've gone from 35 to 50. And so last year, I think we had about 35 or 36 trees. But this year, we're already past that number. So the trees, actually, we're kind of running into a time crunch. If you want a tree, you need to be registered no later than Wednesday night, because the trees are delivered on Monday. And then we start setting up start decorating on Tuesday. It only costs $40 for a tree, and they're 6 to 7 foot Douglas firs, which are the nice fluffy ones. And you bring the decorations and an extension cord, and it's a great way to promote your business. You'll have the entire city coming to look at the trees, and there'll be a name on the trees, a nice sign so that you would get recognition as to, who you are, what your business name is. The trees will be judged. We do have private or what was the word? Dignitaries that are coming to judge the trees. And then we will also be doing judging online on the Recreation Facebook page. We'll have crisp pictures of the trees taken at night with all their lights on, and the community will have 5 days to vote on their the community favorite.
Okay. And in regards to the court of trees, so this Wednesday, tomorrow, no, in 2 days.
In 2 days.
Is the last day to be able to order them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And they're $40.
Yes.
Can someone say, you know what, I want one for our family, but I want to donate one for another family that it's in need that would want to decorate it? Can they do that?
Yes, absolutely. And even when you register, there is an option on the menu to choose that option. Or maybe there's somebody that loves the whole idea. They don't want a tree and they don't want to buy it, but they want to give money. And that money would go into buying more decorations for the Court of Tree area. So
okay.
There's that option also.
Good, great. Okay. And then, so once they buy the tree by Wednesday, by when do they need to start decorating, and by when does it need to be completely decorated?
So decorating starts at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning, and then they need to be done by dark on Thursday evening. And I'm going to say dark, let's say 8 o'clock, because we want to plug in and make sure all the lights were
working. Working. Okay. And then the following day, which is on Friday, then it's going to be like the grand night when all of the trees are going to be light up, right?
Right. And we actually are not doing an in-person lighting. We are going to be doing a Facebook Live that will be streaming it so that the whole community from the comfort of their warm living room can enjoy the lighting of the trees.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we still have time. We still have a couple more days for people that are interested in buying their trees. For those that have been donated, who should they contact? And that are families that are interested and say, hey, maybe I want to inquire and see if there's still some available.
They can call our office, and then we can pass the word.
Okay. And that's the number on the screen, right? The 394-8830?
Yes.
Okay. And is that to the front office or is that direct to your office?
Directly to my office.
Okay. All right. And then usted habla español, ¿verdad?
We'll find somebody to speak Spanish. Yes.
There'll be the opportunity so you can practice more of your Spanish.
Yes.
Besides that, hola.
Hola.
Right? Okay, great. Some people have been asking, what is they've been hearing about the Livingston Teen Advisory Council. What is that? So
we have a group of kids that applied to be on our Teen Advisory Council. They're 5 in number, and we are actually working on even continuing to grow it and build it to where there would be even representatives from the high school different graduating classes to be able to be a part. We want the kids to be a voice here and learn how our government works and see how they can be a part of community and help build leaders for tomorrow for Livingston. The kids that we have now, great bunch of kids. And right now they're actually working on how to help us raise funds to keep our fields looking in good shape and how to keep our cost for the participants at a decent rate. So it's really exciting to see the kinds of things that they would like to do. Pretty soon, we'll be having some classes that come up that our Teen Advisory Council, one of the members will be doing arts and crafts and learning about different cultures around the world. And so, you guys be watching for that on our page, because it might be something that your kids would really like to be a part of. Another thing that one of the members is coming up with is like a teen, a place for teens to get help, whether it's with homework or situations in their home, or maybe advice, or I don't know, different things. So we are looking in the near future, hopefully, to get a teen information center so that the kids would have a place to come to. Maybe they need help on how to fill out scholarship applications, or maybe they just need somebody to help them with their calculus or algebra,
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
we want to have those kinds of things available to the kids of our community.
Can you tell us also a little bit more about that? I guess the plans that has come out from LTAC, the Teen Advisory Council, about a possible movie at the park idea project.
Sure. One of the things that the kids have come up with in order to help fund our rec programs or keep them cost effective for our community is a drive-in movie. And so we've actually got all of the equipment and things that we would need to make this happen. We're just waiting for a little bit warmer weather to be able to start it. Our goal is by next spring that we would have drive-in movies offered to the community.
Okay, great. And so, just for people's knowledge, this is the first time that this council has been activated, right?
Correct. This is the first one.
First one. Okay, and hopefully this will continue on and forever, ever, and ever.
Yes. And
Okay.
they meet once a week during their lunch hour with the advisors on campus, which is Mrs. Moran and Mr. Moran over at the high school. And then they meet once a month with the Recreation Commission. And because they kind of are accountable to the Rec Commission, but the Rec Commissioners really look at them as partners and liaisons for the teen community so we can meet their needs.
Yes, that's great. Okay. So, can you tell us a little bit about what the Recreation Arts and Arts Commission is all about? Parks, Rec, and Arts Commission. How does that work? Very few people are not even aware that that exists. But it's been there for years. I think barely I had some questions because I've been attending the meetings and I've been posting on social media about their meetings, and they're like, "What?" It's like, we never heard of it before. It's like, well, they've been around for how long, and what do they do?
For 20 years.
20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what is their responsibility? What is it that they do?
So we have a board of 9 members. We have 7 regular members to the Parks, Recreation, and Arts Commission, and 2 members that my mind has slipped me as to what they are called, but we have 9 members total. And these folks have applied to be on this commission. They have had experience with the Recreation Department. A lot of them have been coaches in our programs. They understand the needs. They understand the importance of volunteerism. They understand the importance of finances, getting people involved, and really the effectiveness of recreation. They have a choice of maybe being in our programs and being around positive role models, or they can choose to maybe do something that's not so productive and could cause them to be, incarcerated or whatever. So we're wanting to offer positive experiences, and the Recreation Commission, they really understand that. So what their role is they advise my department on rules, types of programming, fundraising, maybe even when we get to the budget, ways to cut corners or to, additional ways of raising money to help meet Like they were major funders for the renewal of everything at Little Guys Park.
Mhm.
And that was a big undertaking, but it sure, with even having shade up over there on the bleachers, is just a wonderful thing. But these folks care about the community. They want to be involved. They are the ones that hosted the beer tasting at the Sweet Potato Festival and were able to raise almost $10,000. And whenever we get to play baseball again, we have all brand new equipment thanks to the Rec Commission. So being on the Rec Commission is a wonderful, we hardly have anybody come to our meetings. We always meet the last Thursday of the month. We would love for people to come and partake because, it really does take a village. We need everybody's help to make a great community. And there's always things that some people have more time than others. So if you're interested in the recreation department or activities for our community, please come and see us the fourth Thursday of every month at 6:00 in the city council chambers.
In the city council chambers. And actually last week was that meeting, right? And then I posted, that I was at that meeting myself, trust meeting for the teen council via Zoom. And some people left some comments. It's they were wondering if this was transmitted via Facebook Live or YouTube. And I told them that not at the moment, and they were considering. It's like, well, would that be an option in the near future? If they're not able to attend for different reasons, could they maybe be at home and participate that way, like with the city council meetings?
It would be awesome if we can figure out how to do it. It's not something that I've budgeted for, so we probably wouldn't be able to hire the guys that come for the city council, but it's possible that we could, do something else. We are so open to whatever's convenient to have more people involved. That's what we'd like to do. So. Okay,
great. And then again, if they have any additional questions or they want to talk to you, they can call you, they can email you, and continue that conversation. Great. So you did mention how the commissioners are selected. Who elects them? How do they become part of the Rec Commission?
So they send in an application with their experience and their reasoning as to why they would like to be a part, and then they are appointed by the city council. So the city council looks through the applications and they choose the ones that they feel best qualify to be on the commission. So, and right now our terms are 4 years. We're getting ready to start master planning our parks. So if people have input on that, these meetings would be a great place to come and give their recommendations. Really, the Rec Commissioners are the voice from the people to the council. So if you guys have concerns or you have ideas, these meetings are great places to relay those ideas or concerns. And then in turn, we can take them back to the council. Now, we do have a member of the city council that is a part of the Rec Commission. So they get to hear the concerns or needs of the community also in these meetings.
Yeah. So, okay. And you did mention the master plan. Is that for the parks? Is that the parks master plan that you guys are working on at the moment? What does that mean? What is the master plan?
Well, I'll take, for instance, our Kaleen Park. Let me start back a little bit. Our last meeting was talking about our goals and objectives for 2021, short term, and then also long term for the commission. And so it just got to be, there are so many needs. We felt that the best way to attack our goals would be to have each park, what is our desire for each park? Memorial Park, it has a new playground, it has a stage, it has a new picnic shelter and a kitchen. There's a lot of things. That park is pretty well built out. So there may not be a lot that we would do. but there's other parks that don't have restrooms or that have worn out playground equipment. Or even Arcalian Park, one of the desires is to put an additional picnic shelter over there since there's so much room, because in the spring, all of our parks every weekend that they can be rented are rented. So we know there is a need for that. So what we will do is we will go from park to park. We will discuss the needs for that park, and we will put them on a list, and then we'll take them to council and say, these are the needs. This is what we would like to budget for. What are your feelings? What is the community relayed to you as a council? And then hopefully come up with a plan on how we can, build our parks out, or, if it's grant funding, excuse me, or fundraising, or whatever it is that we need to do to complete those projects and to, accomplish our goals.
Yeah, so definitely the input from people in the community is very important, because you're trying to do what they would like to see in those parks, right? Depending
Yes.
on what their needs are.
Right.
And then it will be brought over to the city council. Then the city council has to figure out, I guess, what can be done with the budget that it's available, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
But they can also go ahead and approve the plan, because one of the things that we need to keep in mind is when we go to research and we're looking for grant funding, we need to have a project and an idea on what the project would be. So we can't just go and say, okay, we want to borrow, or we want a grant for $100,000, but we don't know what we're going to do with it yet. We want to be ready to go, have a project, and be able to submit that project. And, a lot of times these projects, they want to know how much public input. Well, as a department, we see things, but that the needs, but we really need public input, because the public is what is in it for the long haul,
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Well, we do have some questions here that we've been receiving. Maybe we can answer some of those questions here, and then I can show you on the screen. For the talent classes, is it possible to maybe offer them online?
We're totally open to that. As a matter of fact, we have, YouTube channel has classes and that kind of thing. And I'm hearing from other cities and other departments on what they're doing to offer more of a personalized class. So totally open to that.
Okay.
And if she has any suggestions, call me. I would love to hear.
Yes. Okay. We have another question here. Can you tell us about the recreation grant the city is working on?
Absolutely. It's something that's very exciting, a great opportunity. So in 2019, we applied for the California Proposition 68. They were offering, I want to say $250 million in different projects. So that was a community grant, one that we had meetings, people came, they give their input, and it was very exciting because we had so many different people from different areas of the community come and give their input, and the whole group was on the same page. The needs that we had were very obvious to all of these folks, so we were able to come up with a plan. Our plan was valued at about $7 million. Unfortunately, on this first round, because there were so many needs in California that happened to be greater than ours, the grant, we asked the people when we were not given the grant, like, what could we have done? What, was there something wrong with it? And they just said, no, you had a great project. However, there was just a lot of places that had greater needs than you did. So now round 4 is coming around. We are reapplying for that. The deadline is December 14th. And so we are putting in the same grant. We're trying to spruce it up a little bit so it looks, a little more fluffy. I don't know, just the project is going to be exactly the same. We're just trying to do the presentation of it a little bit better. And so the project, you're probably saying, okay, you're talking about the project. What is it? So what we are looking at doing is taking the Livingston Farmers Association building on the corner of D and 6th Street. It's a 25,000 square foot building. We're looking at putting 2 full-size basketball courts, or multi-purpose courts, but they're the size of basketball courts in there. We would have a commercial kitchen. We will have several classrooms for working out or for dance or whatever we use that for. We are also going to have an area for computer so that kids can come in and use the computers. We want to give computer classes. Our offices will be down there so that we're all in one area. Also with this grant, across the street, there's a 1-acre park site that we're looking at putting a splash park in. It will have a workout area for adults. It'll have a picnic shelter, a little walking path, as well as the splash pad. So it's really exciting. It'll really make it beautiful at that end of town, giving lots of activities. There's not any parks over there, so we're in a good place there. But we also need a place that's affordable that people can rent out for big events. And this will be a building that, 25,000 square feet is pretty big, but being able to host weddings or quinceañeras or even having different businesses have their parties or functions, being able to rent that out, and it would be money that we can bring in towards our rec program. So we're really excited. We have high hopes. If you're a praying person, get to pray because we really want it. And it's going to be a great opportunity for the folks of Livingston.
Yes. So we're crossing our fingers, and hopefully this time around, the city of Livingston can get some support from those grant writers. And from the grant funding.
Yeah.
Okay. We have another question. Is Santa is coming with gifts for the kids?
Yes, he is. And I don't have that paper in front of me, but if she will email me tomorrow, I know that it's out on the digital sign out front, and it's the Cops for Kids. That's what, if that's what she's asking about, it's going to actually be a drive-by. You do have to register, and but it's through our police department. And I actually, if you want to give, they're welcome to email me, and then I can forward it on to the powers that be. That would probably be the easiest. And
that your direct email is this one on the screen, right? Recreation at livingstoncity.com?
Yes.
Okay. So that's also either both your phone number, your direct number to your office, and the direct email. Okay. And this is open, and they just have to sign up, and this is only for like certain age kids, or what age group?
I apologize for not knowing all the details on that program. But I know they get a lot of kids every year, and actually one of my helpers go over and help with it. So I know they're going to have it. I just am not sure of the deadline, but if they will email me, I will make sure that I can get them some answers.
Okay, great. We have another question here. When are the playgrounds planning to open again?
Well, that's up to our governor. We are just following. We're back in the purple tier, which, means they've closed some things down. But we want to open it up just as soon as they allow us and it's safe.
Mm-hmm. Great. Is this grant being worked on require matching funds and control the designated spending?
There are no matching funds. So this is one of the most wonderful, parts about it. And I'm not sure what you mean by in control for something.
In control the designated spending.
So, we can't there are, of course, when we tell them we're going to do this project within the grant, there's accountability, and that's what we have to do. The money can't be spent for anything other than what we have applied for in the grant.
Okay, and I think this refers back to the rec commission meetings. Wouldn't the recording can be retransmitted on Facebook work for zero cost?
That would somebody would have to show me how to do that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think we have almost 2,100 Facebook friends now on the
Mhm.
Livingston Recreation page, which is a good number.
Mhm.
So yes, I
So maybe a Facebook Live with the recreation page might work for the recreation commission meeting.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and if they can hear well, and
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that might be something to consider and try at least once and kind of go from there and see how that works.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, here is, let's see right now. It says, so I guess here's another comment that I think it's connected back. Right now, the citizens have zero knowledge of the meetings. Having the recording in place online will open the meet for later questions.
That's a great idea. It's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Okay. Um, how about I don't know. I'm just thinking while I was hearing you speak of all the needs that we have in the city in regards to the rec program. Uh, Maybe they're listening. Maybe we have someone out there listening. Maybe like would you be able to consider a corporate big sponsor? You know, like maybe how would that work if we have a corporate sponsor out there that's listening and says, you know what, let me maybe I should call Jacquie and see how we can help and give him like $20 million and have him do whatever they want.
That would be a dream come true. Yes, that would be. We will never turn your money down. If you folks, we actually have a federal ID number, so our donations that are tax
Deductible.
deductible.
Oh.
And and one of the things, money is super important. We can't live without it, but we also need volunteers. All of
Mhm.
our sports programs can only happen with volunteer coaches. And so, if you know something about one of the sports, we would love for you to come forward and help us out. We do have all of our coaches. They do have to pass a background check and a live scan, but that's no cost to you. We actually
Mhm.
take care of that for you. Um,
Okay.
but volunteers, whether it's with a special event, we do have a teen volunteer program too. That if your kids need community service, we work with you on getting them activities to where they can earn their community service hours.
And for volunteers, like for some of the programs, for some like all the sport programs, do they need to be like really experienced and really? I mean, I guess it's intimidating to think about that. Oh, I will be able to coach this group of kids, and I heard that before. It's like, well, I'm not too experienced and I don't know all the rules. What happens there?
So we actually, just so you know, we don't know everything that there is about sports either. Um, our goal is to teach the kids the fundamentals that they will fall in love with that sport, and hopefully by the time they get into junior high they're confident enough and they have enough experience that they will just keep moving up the ladder in their skills development for that sport. So we have training DVDs that would give maybe the coach has played all their life but they're really not experienced in the coaching part of it. We do have DVDs that help them set up their training sessions with the kids and ideas on what they can do. And then we're open to, if they have questions, we can partner them up or hook them up with them. At maybe the first year they only want to be an assistant and they can learn, and we can hook them up with a coach that has been more experienced or coached with us for a while. You're muted, Jose.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
You're I've been on online all day, and I forget to mute myself. So going back to you, Jackie, how long have you been in that position or working for the city of Livingston?
I actually just had my 19th anniversary. Oh, wait a minute.
19th.
It's November the 26th that I had my anniversary. So in 3 days, I'll be here 19 years.
Wow. Okay. So one more year in 2021, that's going to be your 20th anniversary.
Yes.
Wow. Now that you mentioned an anniversary, can you tell us a little bit about the centennial celebration?
Yes, I would love to. I'm glad that you said something because that's been like my passion right now.
Okay. What is that? What is that?
So in 2022, we will be 100 years old. And believe it or not, our anniversary birthday, or the date that we incorporated was September 11th, 1922. So we're hoping to have 1922 be a year that no one will ever forget. We've got a committee of about 15 folks, and we're looking for people every day that are interested in helping us. 2021 will be fundraising for all the different activities that we're going to do in 2022. We want to have a homecoming. So folks from all around, and you know how the high school has their homecoming parade. I'm going to be talking with the powers that be at the high school, of which they're totally open and are excited, just as excited about this as we are. That we would have activities, and some alumni stuff, and we're going to honor our oldest living resident here in Livingston. We'll have a king and a queen. We are going to have. We're hoping to have a pet parade. I guess in the 1950s, they used to do a pet parade where the kids would come out with their pets and parade down Main Street. And so we've been thinking about how we can do those activities. We also are going to be able to send curriculum about Livingston history, and both the Livingston Union School District and the high school principal at the time had agreed that we would be able to give a short history lesson. Why is it called Livingston? When did we incorporate? Who were the first people here? How did we are one of the most diverse towns in the valley. How did all these folks, why did they come to Livingston? We're going to answer questions like that. The kids will be able to go to the museum if they haven't been there before. Also, something really exciting is the UC Merced is working with us to put those lesson plans together, as well as to put all of our old Livingston Chronicles on digitize it, so that if you want to look something up about Livingston, you won't have to try to go down and go through boxes and boxes of paper. You'll be able to search it on the internet and find out information. So we got a lot of exciting things coming up, and it's certainly going to be a lot of fun. We want our city folks to understand more history of Livingston so that they can pass it on. We're also looking for folks that are interested in being a part of our historical society. If you love history and you are interested, we would love to talk to you about that also.
Is that for this celebration, is that when you were looking for families that have been here for more generations or more?
Yes, if you are a family that has been here for 4 generations or more, we would like to honor you. And I need you to contact me so that we're going to do like we like some pictures and how it was that you guys came here. And that way we can honor you at the celebration and your family.
Wow, it seems amazing. I mean, it still it does seem kind of far, but reality time will fly by so quick. And, by the time we notice it, it's already time to celebrate. So,
right. Well, we're already at the end of 2020, really. And where is this year gone?
Yes.
It's, even though it's been crazy, it really has passed by quickly. So before we know it, 2022 will be here. And we just want to make sure we have all the funds in place and everything that we need to do, all the activities that we would like to do.
Yes. Well, Jackie, definitely so much information that you have shared about everything that you do in your department and the commissioners and the teen advisory council and the Christmas parade and the court of trees. And remember, I mean, just a quick reminder about the court of trees. You have until this Wednesday, uh, the end of Wednesday, to be able to participate in, and hopefully you select to have a Christmas tree at the court of trees, or if you want to donate it to another family that you know that wants to get one and cannot afford one. So there's so many things going on in the city of Livingston, and I noticed, being here for years, I was able to realize that there's something going on in the city of Livingston every single day, whether it's school activities, whether it's something going on at the park, or or rec programs. It just seems like there was something going on in the city almost every day. I mean, other than this year with COVID and stuff like that, but I mean, there's so many things to do here, and there's still more things to do. So, Jackie, is there anything else that you want to add before we conclude our conversation?
I cannot think. I think we have covered a lot of territory. But if the folks can think of anything, I have an open door policy. Right now we'd have to wear a mask when you come in, but I would love to, or we can go across the street at the park and sit down and talk about some things. People have ideas, or, anything that they can help me improve this department. I'm so open to it.
Great. Well, thank you, Jackie, so much. You always, and yes, indeed, anytime anyone wants to reach out, you're always open for a conversation, for some ideas, or even if you need assistance if you need someone to clean the rose garden across the street, more than welcome, right?
Yes.
Anytime.
More welcome.
Well, thank you, Jackie, so much for making the time, and thank you for all the work, and one more year until we start celebrating your 20th year anniversary with the city of Livingston. And right before, so that's going to be 7/11/2022 when it's our centennial celebration.
9/11.
9/11. Okay, just want to make sure.
9/11.
9/11/2022. Well, thank you, Jackie, so much again. And if you guys have any questions, any comments, or suggestions, feel free to call her direct number, or send her an email, or just come by and knock on her door.
I have one more thing.
Yes. Go ahead.
If there anyone out there with grant writing experience and would like to help us search for grants, I would love to chat with you.
Great. Okay, so if you even have an idea of somebody else that is a grant writer, give Jackie a call, or send her an email, and so that she can be able to start the conversation in regards for more opportunities for the city of Livingston. Yeah. Well, thank you again. Thank you so much. And thank you for everyone that has been here participating and that sent us their questions, concerns. And if something comes up, just let Jackie know.
And right? Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all be safe out there.
Yes. Thank you so much. Until next time, we'll see you.
All right.
Thank you, Jackie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.